What are the notes of the C major scale?
The notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C major has no sharps or flats, making it the simplest major scale to learn on piano. All white keys are used.
How many sharps or flats does C major have?
C major has 0 sharps or flats. It is the only major scale played entirely on white keys.
What is the standard right-hand fingering for the C major scale, 1 octave ascending?
The fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, thumb crosses under after finger 3 on E. This same pattern applies to several other major scales starting on white keys.
What are the notes of the G major scale?
The notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G major has 1 sharp, F. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5.
What are the notes of the D major scale?
The notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. D major has 2 sharps, F and C. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5.
What are the notes of the A major scale?
The notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. A major has 3 sharps, F, C, G. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5.
What are the notes of the E major scale?
The notes are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E major has 4 sharps, F, C, G, D. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5.
What are the notes of the B major scale?
The notes are B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. B major has 5 sharps. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, though the thumb lands on E, a white key.
What are the notes of the F major scale?
The notes are F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. F major has 1 flat, B. The right-hand fingering is 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, with the thumb crossing under after finger 4 on B.
What are the notes of the B major scale?
The notes are B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. B major has 2 flats, B and E. The right-hand fingering begins with finger 4 on B, 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4.
What are the notes of the E major scale?
The notes are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E major has 3 flats, B, E, A. The right-hand fingering is 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3.
What are the notes of the A major scale?
The notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. A major has 4 flats, B, E, A, D. The right-hand fingering is 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3.
What are the notes of the D major scale?
The notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. D major has 5 flats, B, E, A, D, G. The right-hand fingering is 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2.
What are the notes of the F major scale?
The notes are F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. F major has 6 sharps. Its enharmonic equivalent is G major, 6 flats.
What is the interval pattern, whole and half steps, for any major scale?
The pattern is WWH WWWH, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. This formula works starting from any note to build a major scale.
What is a natural minor scale and how does it relate to a major scale?
A natural minor scale uses the same notes as its relative major but starts on the 6th degree. For example, a minor, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, shares all notes with C major. The interval pattern is WH-WWH-WW.
What are the notes of the unnatural minor scale?
The notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. A minor is the relative minor of C major and has no sharps or flats. It is the simplest minor scale on piano.
What are the notes of the E natural minor scale?
The notes are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. E minor is the relative minor of G major and has 1 sharp, F.
What are the notes of the D natural minor scale?
The notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. D minor is the relative minor of F major and has one flat, B.
What are the notes of the B natural minor scale?
The notes are B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. B minor is the relative minor of D major and has two sharps, F, C.
What are the notes of the G natural minor scale?
The notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G minor is the relative minor of B major and has two flats, B, E.
What are the notes of the C natural minor scale?
The notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C minor is the relative minor of E major and has three flats, B, E, A.
How do you find the relative minor of any major key?
Count down a minor third, 3 half steps, from the major key's root, or equivalently go up to the 6th scale degree. For example, the relative minor of G major is E minor.
What are the notes of the F natural minor scale?
The notes are F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. F minor is the relative minor of a major and has three sharps, F, C, G.
What defines a harmonic minor scale?
A harmonic minor scale is a natural minor scale with the 7th degree raised by a half step. This creates a leading tone that strongly resolves to the tonic. It also produces a distinctive augmented second interval between the 6th and 7th degrees.
What are the notes of the A harmonic minor scale?
The notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Compared to a natural minor, the G is raised to G. The interval between F and G, an augmented second, gives this scale its characteristic exotic sound.
What are the notes of the E harmonic minor scale?
The notes are E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. The D is raised to D compared to E natural minor. This raised 7th creates a strong pull toward the tonic E.
What are the notes of the D harmonic minor scale?
The notes are D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. The C is raised to C compared to D natural minor. The augmented second between B and C gives a Middle Eastern or Spanish flavor.
What is the interval pattern of the harmonic minor scale?
The pattern is WHWWH2H, where a 2 stands for an augmented second, 3 half steps. This augmented second between degrees 6 and 7 is the hallmark of the harmonic minor sound.
Why is the harmonic minor scale important in classical music?
The raised 7th degree creates a leading tone that resolves strongly to the tonic, enabling a dominant, V, chord with a major quality. This V, I cadence is essential for establishing minor keys in classical harmony.
What defines a melodic minor scale?
The melodic minor scale raises both the 6th and 7th degrees when ascending, then reverts to natural minor, lowered 6th and 7th, when descending. This eliminates the awkward augmented second of the harmonic minor while preserving the leading tone.
What are the notes of the A melodic minor scale, ascending and descending?
Ascending, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Descending, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, same as natural minor. The raised 6th and 7th smooth out the melodic line going up.
What are the notes of the D melodic minor scale ascending?
Ascending, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Both B is raised to B natural and C is raised to C. Descending, it reverts to D natural minor, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D.
How does jazz melodic minor differ from classical melodic minor?
In jazz, the melodic minor scale uses the raised 6th and 7th in both directions, ascending and descending, sometimes called the jazz minor scale. Classical melodic minor raises them only ascending and reverts to natural minor descending.
What are the notes of the C melodic minor scale ascending?
Ascending, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The A and B from C natural minor are raised to a natural and B natural. This scale differs from C major by only one note, E versus E.
What is the major pentatonic scale and what is its formula?
The major pentatonic scale uses degrees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of the major scale, omitting the 4th and 7th. For example, C major pentatonic is C D E G A. It has a bright, open sound used widely in folk, pop, and country music.
What is the minor pentatonic scale and what is its formula?
The minor pentatonic scale uses degrees 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 of the major scale. For example, a minor pentatonic is a C D E G. It is the foundation of blues, rock, and many improvisational styles.
What are the notes of the G major pentatonic scale?
The notes are G, A, B, D, E. It omits the 4th, C, and 7th, F, from the G major scale. This scale is extremely popular for guitar and piano improvisation.
How are the major and minor pentatonic scales related?
They are relative to each other, just like major and minor scales. C major pentatonic, C D E G A, contains the same notes as a minor pentatonic, A C D E G, just starting on a different note.
What is the blues scale and how does it relate to the minor pentatonic?
The blues scale adds a 5, blue note, to the minor pentatonic scale. For example, a blues scale is a C D E E G. This chromatic passing tone gives the scale its characteristic bluesy, soulful quality.
What is the chromatic scale?
The chromatic scale consists of all 12 notes in succession, each separated by a half step. On piano, this means playing every white and black key in order. It is not in any particular key.
What is the standard right-hand fingering for the chromatic scale?
A common fingering is 1 to 3 on groups of 2 black keys and 1 to 3 on groups of 3 black keys, with thumb 1 always on white keys. The pattern follows the black key groupings. Use finger 3 on the black keys in the 2 black key group and fingers 2 to 3 on the 3 black key group.
How should you practice the chromatic scale for evenness?
Practice slowly with a metronome, aiming for perfectly even rhythm and consistent tone. Focus on smooth thumb crossings and keep fingers close to the keys. Gradually increase speed only after achieving clean, even playing.
What are the finger numbers used in piano playing?
Both hands use the same numbering. 1 equals thumb, 2 equals index, 3 equals middle, 4 equals ring, 5 equals pinky. This universal system is used in all piano fingering notation worldwide.
Is finger numbering the same for the left and right hands?
Yes, both hands use the same numbering. 1 equals thumb through 5 equals pinky. However, when playing scales, the physical fingering patterns are mirrored. The right hand's thumb under occurs at different points than the left hand's.
What does thumb under mean in scale playing?
Thumb under is the technique of passing the thumb, finger 1, underneath fingers 2, 3, or 4 to continue a scale smoothly. It should be executed with a relaxed hand and minimal wrist rotation to maintain an even, legato sound.
Why is finger 4, ring finger, often considered the weakest?
The ring finger shares tendons with the middle and pinky fingers, giving it less independence. Pianists practice exercises like Hanen and Czerny etudes specifically to build strength and independence in fingers 4 and 5.
What is the correct hand position for playing piano?
The fingers should be gently curved as if holding a small ball, with the knuckles forming the highest point. The wrist should be level with the forearm, not drooping or raised, and the fingertips should contact the keys, not the pads.
What is the ideal bench height and seating position for pianists?
The bench should be set so that your forearms are roughly parallel to the floor when hands are on the keys. Sit on the front half of the bench with feet flat on the floor, at a distance that allows elbows to be slightly in front of your body.
Why is it important to keep the wrist relaxed while playing piano?
A tense wrist leads to fatigue, pain, and risk of injury such as tendinitis or carpal tunnel syndrome. A relaxed, flexible wrist also enables better tone production, smoother passages, and greater dynamic control.
What role does posture play in piano technique?
Good posture allows free arm movement and proper weight transfer into the keys. Sit upright with a slight forward lean, shoulders relaxed and down, and arms hanging naturally. Poor posture restricts movement and can cause chronic pain.
How should your feet be positioned while playing piano?
Both feet should be flat on the floor in front of the pedals, with the right foot near the sustain pedal and left foot near the soft pedal. Beginners should keep feet grounded for stability. Advanced players adjust foot position as needed for pedaling.
What notes are on the lines of the treble clef, bottom to top?
The notes are E, G, B, D, F, often remembered with the mnemonic "Every good boy does fine." The treble clef is also called the G clef because it curls around the G line, second line from bottom.
What notes are in the spaces of the treble clef, bottom to top?
The notes spell FACE from bottom to top. These are easy to remember because they spell the word face.
What notes are on the lines of the bass clef, bottom to top?
The notes are G, B, D, F, A, often remembered with "Good boys do fine always." The bass clef is also called the F clef because the two dots surround the F line, fourth line from bottom.
What notes are in the spaces of the bass clef, bottom to top?
The notes are A, C, E, G, often remembered with "All cows eat grass." These four notes fill the spaces between the bass clef lines.
What are ledger lines in music notation?
Ledger lines are short horizontal lines added above or below the staff to extend its range for notes too high or too low. For example, middle C sits on one ledger line below the treble staff or one above the bass staff.
What does a key signature tell you?
A key signature, placed at the beginning of a staff after the clef, indicates which notes are consistently sharp or flat throughout the piece. It tells you the key, or possible keys, the music is written in, so you don't need accidentals on every note.
What does a time signature tell you?
The top number indicates how many beats are in each measure, and the bottom number indicates which note value gets one beat. For example, 4 out of 4 means 4 quarter note beats per measure, 6 out of 8 means 6 eighth note beats.
What are some effective strategies for improving sight reading on piano?
Practice sight reading daily with music slightly below your playing level. Look ahead by 1 or 2 beats, recognize patterns, scales, arpeggios, chords, rather than individual notes, and never stop. Keep a steady tempo even if you make mistakes.
What is a major triad and how is it constructed?
A major triad consists of a root, major third, and perfect fifth. For example, C major triad is C-E-G. The intervals are 4 half steps, root to third, and 3 half steps, third to fifth.
What is a minor triad and how is it constructed?
A minor triad consists of a root, minor third, and perfect fifth. For example, a minor triad is ACE. The intervals are 3 half steps, root to third, and 4 half steps, third to fifth, the reverse of major.
What are the notes of the G major triad?
The notes are G, B, D. G to B is a major third, 4 half steps, and B to D is a minor third, 3 half steps. Together they form a perfect fifth from G to D.
What are the notes of the F major triad?
The notes are FAC. F to A is a major third, and A to C is a minor third. This chord is the 4th chord in the key of C major.
What are the notes of the E minor triad?
The notes are E, G, B. E to G is a minor third, 3 half steps, and G to B is a major third, 4 half steps. E minor is the relative minor chord of G major.
What is a chord inversion?
A chord inversion reorders the notes so that a note other than the root is the lowest, bass, note. First inversion puts the third in the bass, second inversion puts the fifth in the bass. Inversions create smoother voice leading between chords.
What is the first inversion of C major?
The first inversion of C major is EGC, with E as the bass note. The root, C, moves up an octave. First inversion chords have a lighter, less grounded sound than root position.
What is the second inversion of C major?
The second inversion of C major is GCE, with G as the bass note. Second inversion chords often function as passing chords or as the cadential 6/4 chord in classical harmony.
What are the notes of the D major triad?
The notes are D, F, A. D to F is a major third, and F to A is a minor third. This chord is commonly used as the V chord in the key of G major.
What are the notes of the B major triad?
The notes are B, D, F. B to D is a major third, and D to F is a minor third. B major appears frequently in jazz, classical, and wind instrument music.
What is a dominant seventh chord?
A dominant seventh chord is a major triad with an added minor seventh above the root. For example, G7 equals GBDF. It creates strong tension that resolves to the tonic chord, G7 C major.
What is an arpeggio?
An arpeggio is a chord whose notes are played one at a time in succession rather than simultaneously. The word comes from the Italian arpeggiare, meaning to play on a harp. Arpeggios are fundamental to both technique and musical expression.
How should you practice arpeggios on piano?
Start slowly, hands separately, focusing on smooth thumb crossings and even tone. Use the same curved finger position as scales. Practice in all keys, gradually increasing speed, and work on both ascending and descending patterns.
What is the right-hand fingering for a C major arpeggio?
The standard fingering is 1-2-3-1-2-3-5 over 2 octaves, or 1-2-3-5 for 1 octave. The thumb tucks under after finger 3 on the note E, similar to scale technique.
What are broken chord patterns and how do they differ from arpeggios?
Broken chords play chord tones in various patterns, such as Alberti bass, CGEG, not just straight up or down like arpeggios. They are commonly used as left-hand accompaniment patterns in classical-era music.
Why are arpeggios important for piano playing?
Arpeggios build finger independence, hand coordination, and keyboard geography. They appear constantly in piano literature, from Chopin etudes to pop accompaniments, and mastering them enables fluid, confident playing across the keyboard.
What is the sustain pedal and how does it work?
The sustain, or damper, pedal is the rightmost pedal on the piano. When pressed, it lifts all dampers off the strings, allowing notes to ring and blend together even after keys are released. It is the most frequently used pedal.
What is legato pedaling?
Legato pedaling, also called syncopated pedaling, involves pressing the pedal immediately after playing a new note or chord, then releasing and repressing with each new harmony. This connects harmonies smoothly without blurring different chords together.
What is the soft pedal, una corda, and what does it do?
The soft pedal is the leftmost pedal. On a grand piano, it shifts the entire hammer mechanism slightly so hammers strike fewer strings, producing a softer, more muted tone color. On uprights, it moves hammers closer to strings.
What is the sostenuto pedal?
The sostenuto pedal is the middle pedal on most grand pianos. It sustains only the notes that are being held down at the moment the pedal is pressed, while subsequent notes are unaffected. It is used selectively in advanced repertoire.
What is a common mistake beginners make with the sustain pedal?
Beginners often hold the pedal down too long, causing harmonies to blur into a muddy, indistinct sound. The key skill is learning to change the pedal with each new harmony, using legato pedaling technique to keep the sound clean.
How should you practice pedaling as a beginner?
Start by practicing hands alone without pedal, then add the pedal slowly. Listen carefully for clean harmony changes. A useful exercise is to play a simple chord progression, changing the pedal on each chord, and listening for any blurring between chords.
How does a piano produce different dynamic levels, loud and soft?
A piano's dynamics depend on hammer velocity. Pressing a key faster makes the hammer strike the string harder, producing a louder sound. The pianist controls this through arm weight, finger speed, and touch. This is why the instrument's full name is pianoforte, soft loud.
What do the dynamic markings pp, p, mp, mf, f, and ff mean?
From softest to loudest, pp, pianissimo, very soft, p, piano, soft, mp, mezzo piano, moderately soft, mf, mezzo forte, moderately loud, f, forte, loud, ff, fortissimo, very loud.
What does crescendo mean in music?
Crescendo means to gradually get louder. It is often indicated by a hairpin symbol, opening wedge, or the abbreviation crescent. On piano, the player progressively increases finger and arm speed into the keys.
What is sforzando, SFZ, and how is it played on piano?
Sforzando means a sudden, strong accent on a single note or chord. The pianist makes an abrupt increase in force on that note, then typically returns to the previous dynamic level. It creates a dramatic, attention-grabbing effect.
Why is slow practice important for learning piano?
Slow practice allows the brain to form correct muscle memory without errors. It gives time to focus on fingering, note accuracy, rhythm, and tone quality. Practicing slowly and correctly is far more efficient than practicing fast with mistakes.
How should you use a metronome when practicing piano?
Start at a tempo slow enough to play without errors, then gradually increase the speed in small increments, 2 to 5 BPM. Use the metronome to develop steady rhythm, but also practice without it to develop musical phrasing and rubato.
What is the benefit of practicing hands separately?
Practicing hands separately lets you focus on each hand's notes, fingering, and musical line independently. It reduces cognitive load and helps identify problem spots. Once each hand is secure, combining them becomes much easier.
What does effective piano practice look like?
Effective practice includes setting specific goals, isolating difficult passages, practicing slowly, using a metronome, and taking regular breaks. Quality matters more than quantity. Focused 30-minute sessions are often better than unfocused hours.
What is the chunking method in piano practice?
Chunking means breaking a piece into small, manageable sections, often 2 to 4 measures, and mastering each one before connecting them. This focused approach is more efficient than playing through the entire piece repeatedly with errors.
How often and how long should a piano student practice?
Beginners benefit from 15 to 30 minutes daily, intermediate players 45 to 60 minutes, advanced players 2 to 4 hours with breaks. Consistent daily practice is far more effective than occasional long sessions. Always include scales, technique, and repertoire.
Who composed the Moonlight Sonata and what is its formal name?
Ludwig van Beethoven composed it in 1801. Its formal name is Piano Sonata No. 14 in C minor, Op. 27, No. 2. The popular nickname was given by critic Ludwig Rellstab, who compared the first movement to moonlight on a lake.
What is Chopin's Revolutionary Etude?
It is Etude Op. 10, No. 12 in C minor by Frédéric Chopin, composed around 1831. The stormy left-hand passages reportedly reflect Chopin's anguish over the fall of Warsaw. It is one of the most technically demanding and emotionally powerful etudes.
Name 3 famous nocturnes by Frédéric Chopin.
3 beloved nocturnes are Op. 9, No. 2 in E major, the most popular, Op. 27, No. 2 in D major, and Op. 48, No. 1 in C minor. Chopin composed 21 nocturnes total, elevating the genre created by John Field.
What is Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier?
It is a collection of preludes and fugues in all 24 major and minor keys by Johann Sebastian Bach, published in 2 books, 1722 and 1742. It is considered one of the most important works in Western music and is essential study for all serious pianists.
What is Mozart's Piano Sonata No. 11 famous for?
Mozart's Piano Sonata No. 11 in A major, K. 331, is famous for its third movement, Rondo alla Turca, Turkish march. Unusually, the first movement is a theme and variations rather than sonata form. It is one of Mozart's most recognized piano works.
Who composed Clair de Lune and from what larger work does it come?
Claude Debussy composed Clair de Lune as the third movement of his Suite Bergamasque, 1890, revised 1905. The title means moonlight in French, inspired by a Paul Verlaine poem. It is one of the most beloved piano pieces ever written.
What are Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsodies?
They are a set of 19 piano pieces by Franz Liszt inspired by Hungarian and Romani folk music. Number 2 in C minor is the most famous, known for its dramatic Lassen, slow, and fiery Friska, fast, sections. They showcase extraordinary virtuosity.
What is Beethoven's Pathetic Sonata?
It is Piano Sonata No. 8 in C minor, Op. 13, 1798. The dramatic introduction and lyrical second movement, Adagio cantabile, make it one of Beethoven's most popular works. Beethoven himself gave it the title Grande Sonate Pathétique.